Mark Zuckerberg is one of the most famous people in the world. He is the man who created Facebook. Many people know Facebook. It is a website and app where people can talk, share photos, and connect with friends. Mark made this when he was very young. Today, he is a billionaire and a leader in the tech world. Mark was born on May 14, 1984, in New York, USA. He was very smart, even as a child. He loved computers and started to learn how to write computer programs when he was just 12 years old. Most children play games, but Mark wanted to make games and apps. His parents helped him learn more and grow his skills. He went to Harvard University, a very famous school in the United States. There, he started Facebook with his friends in a small room. It was first for students at Harvard. Later, it grew bigger and bigger. In a few years, Facebook became a global app. Millions of people started to use it every day. Mark did not finish his studies at Harvard. He left the university to work on Facebook full-time. Many people thought this was a big risk. But Mark believed in his dream. He worked hard every day. He was not afraid to try new things. This shows that with hard work and strong ideas, anything is possible. He became very rich. But more than money, he became a symbol of modern success. Mark is also known for giving back to society. He and his wife, Priscilla Chan, started the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative. This group helps in areas like health, education, and science. They want to make the world better for everyone. Mark also talks about big ideas. He wants to build a better internet and connect the whole world. He works on things like virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and the metaverse. These are new technologies that could change our future. Even with many challenges, Mark keeps moving forward. He faces problems with social media, privacy, and safety. But he always tries to find solutions. He speaks in public, learns from mistakes, and keeps working to improve. Mark Zuckerberg's story is not just about Facebook. It is about a young person with a big idea. It is about using your mind, working hard, and not giving up. His story teaches us that young people can also lead, create, and make a big difference in the world. This video will take you through the life of Mark Zuckerberg, from his early years to his work today. It will show how one idea can change the world. It will inspire you to dream big, work hard, and believe in yourself. Let's begin the journey of learning from the life of Mark Zuckerberg. Chapter 1. Early Life and Education of Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg was born on May 14, 1984, in a small town called White Plains, in New York, USA. He grew up in a quiet place with his family. His father's name is Edward Zuckerberg, and he is a dentist. His mother's name is Karen, and she worked as a doctor before staying at home to care for the children. Mark has 3 sisters. Their names are Randy, Donna, and Ariel. Mark was a smart and curious child. From a young age, he liked learning new things. He also liked reading books, playing games, and solving puzzles. But most of all, Mark loved computers. When he was just 10 or 11 years old, his father gave him a computer. Mark was very happy. He did not only play games, he wanted to know how the computer worked. Mark's father also liked computers, and he helped Mark learn. They spent time together at home, writing small programs. When Mark was 12 years old, he made a simple computer game for his friends. He called it ZuckNet. It was like a small message system for his house and his dad's dental office. Mark went to a school called Ardsley High School. He was one of the best students there. Later, he moved to a different school named Phillips Exeter Academy. It was a very good private school, and many smart students studied there. Mark did very well in many subjects, especially math and science. But he was also good in other areas. He could speak Latin and read ancient books. He also liked fencing, a sport with swords, and became the captain of the school team. During his school years, Mark continued learning about computers. He made small software programs for fun. One of his programs was a music player called Synapse. It could learn what kind of music a person liked. Big companies like Microsoft and AOL saw his work and were very impressed. They offered him jobs, but Mark said no. He wanted to finish school and learn more. After high school, Mark got into Harvard University. Harvard is one of the most famous universities in the world. Many great people have studied there. At Harvard, Mark studied computer science and psychology. He met many smart people there. He started creating websites and apps for students. Many people liked what he made. Mark did not stay at Harvard for long. After a short time, he decided to leave university to work on a big idea. That idea became Facebook. But his love for learning started many years before, at home, with his first computer. Mark Zuckerberg's early life and education show how powerful curiosity can be. From a young boy with a computer to a student at Harvard, Mark always wanted to know more and do more. His journey teaches us that great things often start with simple beginnings. Chapter 2. The Birth of Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook when he was a student at Harvard University. He was only 19 years old. The idea began in his college room in 2004. At first, it was not called Facebook. It was a small website called FaceMash. Mark made it just for fun. On FaceMash, students could look at two pictures and choose who looked better. Many students started using it, but the university did not like the idea. They said it was not kind. So, the school closed the website. Mark did not stop. He still wanted to help students connect online. He had a bigger idea. He wanted to make a website where students could create profiles, add photos, and talk to their friends. This new website was called The Facebook. He worked on it with his friends, Eduardo Saverin, Dustin Moskovitz, Andrew McCullum, and Chris Hughes. They all helped build the website from their rooms. The Facebook was made only for Harvard students at first. It became very popular very quickly. Students liked it because it was simple and easy to use. In just a few weeks, many people at Harvard signed up. Then, it grew to other universities like Yale and Stanford. More and more students wanted to join. After some time, they dropped the from the name. The site became just Facebook. It was growing fast, and Mark knew he needed to work on it full-time. He made a big decision. He left Harvard University and moved to California with his team. They went to a place called Silicon Valley. It is a famous place for tech companies. In California, Facebook became a real business. They got money from investors to grow the website. One of the first people to invest in Facebook was Peter Thiel. He believed in Mark's idea. With this help, Facebook grew even faster. The team worked hard every day. They added more features like the newsfeed, friend requests, and photo sharing. In 2006, Facebook opened to everyone, not just students. Anyone over 13 years old with an email could join. That was a big moment. Millions of people started using Facebook from all over the world. It changed how people talked and shared their lives online. But success also brought problems. Some people said the idea for Facebook was not only Mark's. 3 other Harvard students, Cameron Winklevoss, Tyler Winklevoss, and Divya Narendra, said Mark took their idea. There was a big legal fight. In the end, they made an agreement, and Facebook paid them money. Even with this problem, Facebook kept growing. It became one of the biggest social media platforms in the world. Mark Zuckerberg's small idea in a college room became a global website used by billions. The story of Facebook shows how one idea can change the world. With a clear vision and hard work, Mark and his friends created something amazing. Facebook started as a school project, but it became much more, a new way for people to connect. Chapter 3. Harvard Dropout to Tech Visionary. Mark Zuckerberg was a student at Harvard University. He was doing well in his classes. He studied computer science and psychology. But while he was at Harvard, something special happened. He made a website called Facebook with his friends. It started as a small idea, but it became very popular very fast. Soon, many students were using Facebook. First, it was only at Harvard. Then, students from other big universities joined too. More and more people wanted to be part of it. Mark saw that Facebook could be something big, not just for students but for the whole world. At this time, Mark had to make a big choice. Should he stay in school, or should he work on Facebook full-time? It was not an easy decision. Harvard is one of the best universities in the world. Most people dream of studying there. But Mark believed in his idea. He believed Facebook was important. So, he made a bold move. He dropped out of Harvard. Mark left school and moved to California. He went to a place called Silicon Valley. Many tech companies start there like Apple and Google. Mark and his small team started working day and night on Facebook. They lived in a simple house and used it as their office. They had big dreams, but they were still young and learning. People started to notice Facebook. It was different from other websites. It was clean, easy to use, and helped people stay connected. Soon, investors wanted to help. They gave Mark money to grow the company. This was the start of something big. Even though Mark dropped out of college, he was still learning every day. He learned how to run a company, lead a team, and build new technology. He was not afraid to try new things. He made mistakes, but he learned from them. Mark also stayed focused on his goal. He wanted to make the world more open and connected. He added new things to Facebook like the newsfeed, messages, groups, and pages. People could now share their lives online in a safe and simple way. In just a few years, Facebook became one of the most popular websites in the world. Mark became very rich, but he stayed humble. He wore simple clothes and worked in the same office as his team. People started calling him a tech visionary, someone who sees the future and builds it. Mark's story is special because he followed his dream. He left a famous university to take a risk. Many people were surprised, but he showed that success does not always follow the normal path. With hard work, passion, and smart ideas, Mark changed the world of technology. Today, many young people look up to Mark Zuckerberg. He is not just a businessman. He is a dreamer, a builder, and a leader in the digital age. His journey from a student to a tech visionary is a story of courage, learning, and believing in your ideas. Chapter 4: Growth, Challenges, and Lawsuits. After Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook, the website grew very fast. At first, only college students used it. But soon, high school students and people from all over the world joined. More and more people made accounts every day. Mark and his team worked hard to make Facebook better. They added new features like photo sharing, messaging, and the newsfeed. Facebook became one of the biggest websites in the world. Millions of people used it. Later, billions of people joined. Mark was happy, but there were also many problems. As Facebook got bigger, the company had to face new challenges. One big problem was about the idea for Facebook. 3 students from Harvard, Cameron Winklevoss, Tyler Winklevoss, and Divya Narendra, said Mark stole their idea. They said they asked him to help build their website, but instead, he made his own. They took him to court. It was a long legal fight. In the end, Facebook paid them money, and the case was closed. But this made people ask questions about how Facebook really started. There were also other lawsuits. Some people said Facebook used their ideas without asking. Others said Facebook was not fair with its business rules. As the company grew, more people watched what it did. Mark had to speak in public and answer many questions. Another big challenge was about privacy. People share personal things on Facebook: photos, names, locations, and more. Many people started to worry, is my data safe? Is Facebook selling my data? Some news reports said that Facebook gave user data to other companies without asking. One big case was with a company called Cambridge Analytica. It used data from millions of users without permission. This made people angry. Mark had to speak to governments in the United States and Europe. He went to court and answered questions from lawmakers. He said sorry and promised to make Facebook safer. He said the company would protect users' data better in the future. Even with these problems, Facebook kept growing. Mark stayed strong and kept working with his team. They fixed problems, added more security, and made new rules. They also worked on stopping fake news and hate speech. It was not easy, but Mark did not give up. Mark also had to make big decisions. Facebook bought other companies like Instagram and WhatsApp. These helped Facebook grow even more. But some people said Facebook was becoming too big. They worried that one company had too much power. Mark's journey was not always easy. He faced many legal fights and business problems. But he kept moving forward. He learned from his mistakes. He listened to people and tried to make Facebook better for everyone. This chapter shows that success also brings problems. Growing a big company is not simple. Mark had to be strong, smart, and calm. He showed that even when things are hard, you can learn and improve. His story teaches us to keep going, even when we face big challenges. Chapter 5. Facebook goes public. Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook in a small room at Harvard. After a few years, Facebook became a very big company. Millions of people used it every day. Mark and his team worked hard to grow the company. They added new tools and bought apps like Instagram. Facebook became more than just a website. It became a big part of people's lives. In 2012, Facebook made a big decision. It decided to go public. This means people could buy shares of the company in the stock market. When a company goes public, it sells part of the company to the public. Anyone can buy shares and become a small owner. This was a big step for Mark and Facebook. It showed that Facebook was ready to grow even more. It also gave the company more money to build new things. The event was one of the biggest in the history of the stock market. Many people wanted to buy shares of Facebook. Mark was still the boss of Facebook. Even after going public, he kept control of the company. He owned many shares and had more voting power than others. This meant he could still make the big decisions. On the day Facebook went public, many people were excited. The company was worth more than $100 billion. This made Facebook one of the most valuable companies in the world. Mark became one of the youngest billionaires ever. But the first day of trading did not go perfectly. There were problems with the computers at the stock exchange. Some people could not buy or sell shares on time. This made investors angry. The price of Facebook shares did not go up as much as people hoped. Some people said the company was not ready. Others said the price was too high. Mark stayed calm. He told his team to focus on the long-term plan. He did not worry about short-term problems. He believed in Facebook's future. Over time, the share price started to go up. People saw that Facebook was making more money. The company kept growing. After going public, Facebook changed in many ways. It had more money to use for new ideas. It also had to follow more rules. Public companies must tell the public how much money they make. They must be open and honest about their work. Mark had to learn how to lead a public company. He was still young, but he showed strong leadership. Mark also stayed focused on Facebook's mission. He wanted to make the world more open and connected. Even with all the business changes, he did not forget this goal. Going public was a big moment in Mark Zuckerberg's life. It was a sign that his small idea had become a powerful company. It also brought new challenges and responsibilities. But Mark was ready. This chapter shows how success brings new steps. Mark took a big risk when he made Facebook. Going public was another big step. It was not easy, but it helped Facebook grow stronger and reach more people around the world. Chapter 6. The Meta Rebrand and the Metaverse Vision. In 2021, Mark Zuckerberg made a big announcement. He said that Facebook would change its name. The new name was Meta. This was a surprise for many people. Facebook was a famous name. Why did Mark want to change it? Mark said that Facebook was more than just a social media app. The company now owned other big apps too, like Instagram, WhatsApp, and Oculus. These apps helped people connect, share, and explore new things. Mark wanted a name that showed the company's bigger vision. So, he chose the name Meta. The word meta comes from Greek. It means beyond. Mark wanted to go beyond the internet we know today. He talked about a new idea called the metaverse. The metaverse is like a digital world. In this world, people can meet, talk, play, and work using computers or virtual reality. You don't just look at a screen. You feel like you are inside the screen. You can wear special headsets and see 3D places. You can meet friends in a digital room. You can even go to concerts, games, or meetings, all in the virtual world. Mark believes that the metaverse is the next big step for the internet. He says it will change how we live and work. In the future, people can work from home using digital offices. Students can sit in a virtual classroom. Friends from far places can meet like they are in the same room. To build this dream, Meta started working on new technology. One important tool is the VR headset made by Oculus. When people wear it, they can see and hear the digital world all around them. Meta is also building software to create these digital spaces. Mark said this project will take time, maybe 5 to 10 years. It is not easy. It needs a lot of work, smart people, and big money. But he believes it is possible. Many people were excited about this idea. But some people had questions. They asked, is this safe? Will it protect people's privacy? Will it be good for children? Mark and his team said they will work hard to make the metaverse safe and helpful for all. Changing the company name to Meta was a bold move. It showed that Mark is still thinking about the future. He does not only want to make apps. He wants to build a new digital world. He wants people to feel closer, even if they are far away. Mark's vision for the metaverse is big. It is about connection, creativity, and new ways to live online. Just like Facebook changed how people connect, the metaverse may change how people live, work, and play. This chapter shows that Mark Zuckerberg is not finished dreaming. He is looking ahead. From a college website to a global company, now to the metaverse, Mark's journey continues. Chapter 7: Privacy Scandals and Public Scrutiny. As Facebook became more popular, it also faced big problems. One of the biggest problems was about privacy. Privacy means keeping your personal information safe. On Facebook, people share photos, names, places, and more. But many users started to ask, is my data safe on Facebook? In 2018, a big news story came out. It was about a company called Cambridge Analytica. This company took the data of millions of Facebook users without asking them. They used this data to try to change people's opinions during elections. Many users were very upset. They did not know their data was being used in this way. People around the world began to worry. They asked, how much does Facebook know about us? Who sees our information? Is Facebook selling our data to others? These were serious questions. Mark Zuckerberg, the head of Facebook, had to answer these questions. He spoke to the public and said, I'm sorry. He said Facebook made mistakes. He also said the company would try to fix them. But many people were not happy. They wanted Facebook to do more to protect users. Governments also got involved. Mark had to go and speak in front of the United States Congress. He answered many hard questions. He explained how Facebook works and how it uses data. He promised that Facebook would become safer. He also met leaders in Europe to talk about new rules. After the scandal, Facebook changed some things. They made privacy settings easier to find. They gave users more control over what they shared. But even with these changes, people still had concerns. Some said Facebook cared more about money than about safety. Mark and Facebook also had problems with fake news. Fake news means stories that are not true. Many fake stories were shared on Facebook, and some of them hurt people or spread lies. Facebook was blamed for not stopping this. Another problem was about mental health. Some people, especially young people, spent many hours on Facebook or Instagram. They began to feel sad or stressed. People asked if social media was hurting users' health. Facebook had to think about this too. With all these issues, Facebook was under public scrutiny. This means many people were watching and judging the company. News reporters, governments, and regular users all wanted Facebook to do better. Mark Zuckerberg said that he understood the problems. He said Facebook would grow and learn. He hired more people to work on safety and security. He also started to talk more openly with the public. Even with all the challenges, Facebook stayed strong. Many people still used it every day. But Mark knew that trust was very important. Without trust, people would stop using the platform. This chapter shows that success comes with responsibility. Mark and Facebook made mistakes, but they also tried to fix them. The world was watching, and Mark had to become not just a tech leader, but a responsible one. Chapter 8: Philanthropy and the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative. Mark Zuckerberg is one of the richest people in the world. He made his money from Facebook. But Mark does not only want to build technology. He also wants to help people. This is called philanthropy. Philanthropy means using money and time to help others. Mark is married to Priscilla Chan. She is a doctor and a kind person. Together, they started a special group called the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, or CZI, in 2015. They made this group to help solve big problems in the world. They want to make life better for everyone, especially children. Mark and Priscilla said they would give 99% of their Facebook shares to the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative. This is a lot of money. They will give this money slowly, over many years. Their goal is to help people live better and longer lives. CZI works in many areas. One big area is education. Mark and Priscilla believe that every child should get a good education. CZI helps schools use better tools for learning. They also help teachers with training and support. They want all children, rich or poor, to have the same chance to learn and grow. Another area is health. Priscilla is a doctor, so she knows a lot about this. CZI gives money to scientists who study diseases. They want to help find cures for sickness like cancer and Alzheimer's. Mark once said, "We want to help cure all diseases by the end of this century." This is a very big dream, but they are working hard to make it happen. CZI also supports technology for good. They believe that new tools can help people. They build software to help doctors, scientists, and teachers do their jobs better. They also work to protect the planet and support justice for all. One special thing about CZI is that it is not just a charity. It is a limited liability company, or LLC. This means they can give money, invest in companies, and use business ideas to help people. Some people like this idea, but others say it gives them too much power. Still, Mark and Priscilla say this way helps them move faster and try new things. Mark says that being a father changed his life. When his daughter was born, he wrote a letter to her. In the letter, he promised to do everything he could to make the world better for her and other children. This is why he started CZI with Priscilla. Philanthropy is now a big part of Mark's life. He spends time not only building Facebook and Meta, but also helping people around the world. The Chan Zuckerberg Initiative is one way he gives back. This chapter shows that success is not only about money or fame. Mark Zuckerberg uses his success to help others. Through the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, he and Priscilla are working for a future where everyone has a chance to live a good life. Chapter 9: AI, Virtual Reality, and Future Technologies. Mark Zuckerberg is not just the founder of Facebook. He is also a person who thinks about the future. He wants to build new technologies to make the world better. Two of his biggest ideas are artificial intelligence, AI, and virtual reality, VR. Artificial intelligence, or AI, means computers that can think and learn like humans. Mark believes that AI can help people in many ways. For example, AI can help doctors find diseases faster. It can help students learn better. It can also help keep websites safe by finding bad posts or fake news. Facebook, now called Meta, uses AI every day. When you see photos or videos on your page, AI helps choose what you see. It learns what you like and shows more of it. AI can also understand language, which helps translate posts or show the right ads. Mark wants to make AI smarter and safer. He says AI must help people, not hurt them. His company is building new AI tools to help workers, teachers, and families. The second big idea is virtual reality, or VR. This is a computer-made world that you can see and hear. When you wear special glasses or a headset, it feels like you are inside a game, a meeting, or a different place. You can look around and move like in real life. Mark's company, Meta, makes VR headsets. One of them is called Oculus Quest. With this, you can play games, watch concerts, or even meet friends in a virtual space. Mark believes VR is the future of how we will connect. Mark also talks about augmented reality, AR. This is a mix of real life and computer images. For example, you can wear smart glasses and see maps or messages in front of your eyes while walking on the street. AR can help with learning, shopping, or travel. All of this is part of a big plan called the metaverse. Mark says the metaverse will be like a new internet. In the metaverse, people can work, play, and meet using VR and AR. It will feel like a real world, but it is inside a computer. Mark knows this will take time. It is not easy. Many people are still learning how to use these tools. But he believes it is possible. He is hiring smart people and spending money to build this future. Some people are excited. They say this will change life for the better. Others worry about safety, privacy, and time spent online. Mark says he will work to make sure these new tools are safe and helpful. This chapter shows how Mark Zuckerberg thinks about the future. He is not only working on apps. He is building new ways for people to live and connect. With AI, VR, and the metaverse, Mark wants to take the world into a new digital age. Chapter 10: Legacy, Leadership, and the Road Ahead. Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook when he was only 19 years old. Today, he is one of the most famous tech leaders in the world. He has created a company that connects billions of people. But Mark's story is not just about Facebook. It is also about his leadership, his legacy, and his plans for the future. Mark is known for being a strong and focused leader. He works hard and believes in his ideas. Even when people do not agree with him, he keeps going. He listens to feedback but also follows his vision. He is not afraid to take big risks, like leaving Harvard or changing Facebook's name to Meta. Many people say Mark is very smart and thinks deeply about the future. He is always asking, "What's next?" He does not only look at today's problems. He thinks about how technology can help people tomorrow, next year, and even in the next 50 years. Mark's legacy is already big. Facebook changed how people talk, share, and connect. Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger also became part of everyday life. Mark helped shape the modern internet. He made it easy for people to stay in touch, no matter where they live. But Mark's journey has not been perfect. He faced many problems too. There were privacy scandals, fake news, and worries about mental health. Some people say Facebook caused harm. Mark had to face hard questions from governments and the public. These moments tested his leadership. Even in tough times, Mark tried to learn and improve. He added new safety rules, hired more experts, and worked to protect user data. He also started the Zuckerberg Initiative with his wife to help people around the world. His goal is not just to build apps but to make a real difference in the world. Now, Mark is working on the metaverse and future technologies. He wants to build new tools using virtual reality and artificial intelligence. He believes the next big step is a digital world where people can meet, work, and play, no matter where they are. It's a big dream, and it will take time. As a leader, Mark still has many goals. He wants Meta to help people learn, grow, and connect in safe and creative ways. He wants to build new technology that is good for everyone, not just for business. The road ahead is long and full of new challenges. But Mark is ready. He knows that the world is always changing, and he wants to be part of building the future. This chapter shows that Mark Zuckerberg is more than just a tech founder. He is a leader who keeps learning and growing. His legacy is not only the company he built, but also the lives he has touched. And as the road ahead continues, his story is still being written. Vocabularies. 1. Founder. Meaning, a person who starts or creates something, like a company or group. 2. Connect. Meaning, to join or bring people together. 3. Privacy. Meaning, keeping personal information safe and not shared without permission. 4. Philanthropy. Meaning, giving money, time, or help to people in need. 5. Virtual reality, VR. Meaning, a computer-made world that looks and feels real when you wear special glasses. 6. Artificial intelligence, AI. Meaning, smart computers that can think and learn like humans. 7. Visionary. Meaning, a person who has smart and creative ideas about the future. 8. Leadership. Meaning, the ability to guide and lead others. 9. Challenge. Meaning, a difficult task or problem. 10. Legacy. Meaning, what a person is remembered for after they are gone. Quiz questions. 1. In which town and country was Mark Zuckerberg born? 2. What was the original name of Facebook when it was first created for Harvard students? 3. What important decision did Mark make to focus on building Facebook full-time? 4. What was the name of the company that accused Mark of stealing the idea for Facebook? 5. What major event happened in 2012 that allowed people to buy shares of Facebook? 6. What new name did Mark Zuckerberg give his company in 2021? 7. What was the name of the company that took Facebook user data without permission, leading to a major scandal? 8. What is the name of the organization started by Mark and Priscilla to help in education, health, and science? 9. What kind of digital technology lets people experience a 3D world using special headsets? 10. What is the word that means what a person is remembered for after their work is done? Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed learning with us. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. Your support helps us grow and bring you more inspiring stories and easy English learning content. Do you have a topic you'd like us to cover in our next video? Maybe a famous person, an invention, or a country? Let us know in the comments or messages. We'd love to hear your ideas. You can find answers in the description. Thanks again, and keep learning with us. See you in the next video.